So 2022 Acura MDX, and in this video, I want to focus on how this vehicle drives and performs in a couple of specific situations that you're not likely to see on your test drive. I'm Justin Pritchard for Driving.Ca. This is the 2022 Acura MDX A-Spec, and in this video, it's key impressions from a very snowy test drive to help answer the question, how does the 2022 Acura MDX drive in the snow, and is this a good machine for the driving enthusiast? I want to start with the powertrain. The MDX is not turbocharged and not a hybrid, and that means that it's neither the most responsive nor fuel-efficient machine that you'll find like it for the money. That said, there is something I think driving enthusiasts will appreciate in the way its 3.5-liter VTEC V6 engine delivers its 290 horsepower. Specifically, a pleasing growl that steps up as the revs climb and the VTEC system gets things breathing, and second, the surging, swelling, and rising action shaped to the engine's power curve. Same goes for the all-wheel drive system. For 2022, the MDX runs the latest version of Acura's Super Handling All-Wheel Drive, or AWD. That comes complete with revised parts and software that triple the torque available to the rear axle at 100 km an hour, bump rear axle launch torque up by 40%, and improve the last generation system's already snappy response time by another full third. The slow motion footage reveals a rear axle that's participating in driving the car from the first inch of movement on snow and ice, no front wheel slippage required to engage rear axle traction. That does away with torque steer and squatting off the line, it's just point and shoot even when traction's low. From the driver's seat, that's added confidence and a more precise reaction to your throttle inputs. Add in the overdriven rear axle, which enables active torque vectoring, alongside that snarling engine, and you've got a machine that'll connect nicely with a driving enthusiast. With the ability to spin a single rear wheel faster than the other three, this trick rear axle makes the MDX's handling come alive. Or when you're driving in deep snow or icy conditions with full care and caution, the Super Handling all-wheel drive system picks up on your vibe and works things for sure-footed grip, confident handling, and minimized driver workload as you just focus on the road ahead. A few other notes from the back roads of Northern Ontario. First, ride quality and ride comfort. On badly beaten back roads, washboard surfaces, and rough camp roads, the MDX driver is sacrificing some ride comfort for the sportier driving dynamics. On one hand, the suspension manages to keep noise and harshness down appreciably on most surfaces, though the ride can be sportier and more abrupt than some shoppers will like. If you can deal with a little added roughness on backroad surfaces in exchange for some surprisingly spirited handling elsewhere, you'll be just fine with the compromise. The ride quality does stand up nicely to rough roads as sporty crossovers go. Still, the compromise is definitely noticeable. Elsewhere, after a half-meter of fresh snowfall and a trip deep into the woods for the deepest snow I can find, a few other observations came to light. In this footage driving through the very deep snow, the MDX is absolutely struggling. This is nearly bumper-deep, very heavy snow, and the powertrain is moving the vehicle and a lot of extra weight as it plows its way down the road. But even while struggling, it stays composed. Noise levels and harshness on board are maintained at low levels, the all-wheel drive system and handling perform consistently, and the traction control system generally understands the need for extreme wheel spin to maintain momentum. Though even with the system disabled, in this situation it's definitely being limited by the electronic throttle. So my best advice if you encounter snow that's deep enough to make you second-guess continuing with your drive, is to engage sport mode, turn off the traction control, keep your foot way into the throttle, and let the machine do the work. While it does, you'll be comfortable and confident, seated high above the action, and allowed adequate wheel spin to keep moving, though nothing too excessive. Dynamic mode or drive mode selector here, a little dial. Get a little video game sort of sound effect there. Interesting that they've put that right here in the middle, where you might be tempted to go reaching for the volume for the stereo, which is down here. But I think this is a reference to the fact that they really want you to try these different drive modes out and that they're there for you to enjoy. End of the day, though some shoppers will wish for stronger low RPM throttle response and a more comfortable ride in some situations, I think the MDX A-Spec will readily connect with a shopper after a confidence-inspiring crossover experience that's got a highly pleasing powertrain and a surprisingly athletic feel dialed into the driving experience. thank you for watching. My name's Justin Pritchard. Until next time, take care and drive safe.